Hello, and how are you? All my faith leapers and risk takers, I am Chantel and you are watching Leaping Together. So on today's video, we'll be talking quickly about the importance of preparation. So let's get into it. Let's first talk about the word faith leap. Specifically the faith part. So the dictionary defines faith as something believed with strong conviction. It also says firm belief in something for which there is no proof of. Now, another source, the Bible says that now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Also says that faith without works is dead. So what does that mean? That means that in order for your faith to be complete, a complete package, you have to have belief and you have to have action. If you have belief and no action, your faith is not complete. So that's the whole faith without works is dead. You have the belief and no action, there's nothing. You need to act. So what does that mean? It means that nothing is going to move unless you do. You need to move. You need to take action. You need to put in some works on your dream, on your goal, on the life that you know that you are supposed to be living. All of these things are not going to come to fruition or manifestation in your life if you don't move, if you don't put in some work. Yes, some things happen and some things just fall into your lap. Most things don't. So you got to put in the work. You got to move. Now you might be saying, how do I go about doing something that I want to do, but like I'm in the beginning stages, or how do I get there? So it's okay. First thing that you can do to get this ball rolling is prepare. Preparation is so important. Preparing yourself to be where you want to be. That is key. And now some of us, honestly, you might be missing out on blessings because you're not moving. You ever hear action speaks louder than words? Like, yes, I want to do this. I have a passion for this. I'm going to be this. I'm going this place. I'm moving here. I'm going to get this degree. I'm going to start this business. Okay. But what have you done thus far? Yes, I know you want to do these things, but what are you doing to get to where you want to be? Action speaks louder than words. And what I mean when I say some of us, or, some of us may be missing out on blessings because we're not moving. Somebody in your life may be close. Maybe a friend of a friend, a friend of a friend, a friend of a family member, not a late family member, but like a second cousin or third cousin or something like that. Somebody may be wanting to bless you in your endeavors, but they don't see you putting in the work. They don't see you putting in any work. They're not expecting you to get where you said that you want to be tomorrow, but you're not putting any work. So to them, you're just like talk. When you start putting in work and they see that you are serious about your business, they'll get serious about your business. People have to see you doing stuff for your business or whatever your leap of faith is. Then they'll want to invest in you, however that may be. Maybe they have connections, maybe it's financial, maybe they can give you support, whatever. It's a wide range, but just know that there may be somebody out there that is wanting to so badly to bless you, to help you reach your goals, your dreams, live the life that you want. But they need to see some action. Now, moving on from that, preparation. Now, research is a form of preparation. I like to think of research as more of a passive form of preparation, but that's good. Research, you have to do your research, but you have to get into the active part. You can't be researching for days, for months, for years, and you're just stuck in that research phase. You don't get past the research. You need to be active. For example, me, you know that I am taking a leap of faith to start my own event space, become an event space owner. So, yes, I did my research, very important in the beginning. Okay, what actions, physical actions have I done? Do I have my event space yet? No, I don't. But that doesn't mean that I can't continue to prepare or start to prepare. So my example is, what have I done so far? And I don't have my event space yet. I have gotten my domain name. I have gotten my Instagram name, my Facebook name. I have done contracts for my potential clients. I have set up a business bank account. I have filed LLC. I have applied and received a business credit card. Those are the type of actions, and not those specific actions if you're not trying to do what I'm doing, but that's just an example. Those are real actions. I want you to take some action toward your leap of faith. For example, you might be wanting to go back to school, go back to college. Okay, what are some action steps you can do? First, find out how much it costs. If it costs X, Y, and Z, okay, what do you have to do to get that money? Do you have to apply for a loan? Do you have to start a budget, saving a certain amount every paycheck? The qualifications to get in, what do you need? Do you need your transcript? If you need a transcript, maybe you have to reach out to an older school to get that mailed to you so you can have that when it's time to apply. Maybe you have to write an essay. What's the essay about? Let's practice. Let's start writing a draft of what we would write for the final essay. Maybe you want to move to another state. Okay, maybe your action step may be calling around to different apartment complexes to see how much would rent be when it's time for you to move. Or if you're looking for a house, how much are houses down there? Finding, locating, speaking with the realtor. These are action steps. We have to take action steps towards our dream, our goals, what we want in life. We can't just sit and research to death. We can't just sit and do nothing and wait for it to fall in our lap. Because have you ever heard of the phrase, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready? So when it's your time, when your time is here, when your time is up, when you're up, when you're next, you're ready. You're ready. You're ready because you've been ready. You don't have to take all this time doing X, Y, and Z because you haven't. So when it's time for me to get my event space, contracts is ready. Like I said, the domain is already set aside. The LLC is already established. Let's go. I don't have to be working on those things once I get it. There are things that you can do before you get to where you want to go. So the second and the last point that I want to make about preparation is that when we think about preparation, most of the time we think about preparation as being we're getting ready for something, we're working on something, we're working towards something. But sometimes the thing that's being worked on is us. Sometimes we are being worked on. We are being prepared. Now, the external preparation, that's the preparation that you have control over, things you can do. The internal preparation that I'm speaking of now, you don't always have control of that. That's more of like you're in the car. The external preparation is you're driving, you have control. The internal preparation, you're in the passenger seat. You don't have control. All you can do is you can buckle up your seatbelt. You can endure the twists, the turns, the bumps, or you can tell the driver to pull over. It's time for me to get out. It's time for me to go. This ain't it. This is not for me. And I know that you're not going to do that. You're not that person. We're not giving up. We rest, but we don't give up. Okay? So that type of preparation, that's different. That's a different type of preparation when you're being worked on. And I'm learning this, and it took for me to change my perspective about what was happening, because I've been getting no's. I've been getting our shopping center, the owner doesn't allow this type of business, or the owner may allow this type of business, but I go and do my due diligence, check the zoning out, it's not zoned properly. They're not going to tell you, so you got to do your own research, because they will have you in there, sign a lease, and you can't even do what you need to do because it's not zoned correctly. But that's another story. But no's, being ghosted by these like realtors, broker people, in between people, being ghosted multiple times with no explanation, Oof. When I tell you that your girl stumbled, I may have even fallen, because I'm like, what is happening? Why does this keep happening? Like, what am I doing? What am I saying? Everything seems cool, and then it's like, not. And then I had to change my perspective, because I was like, oh my gosh, like the devil's just trying to get in my way. No, it ain't always the devil. Okay, it's not. Let's stop giving them all this credit. It ain't always the devil. And I had to change my perspective, and I had to think, like, what are you learning from this? This is building you. This is building your character. This is helping you grow. You're not as nervous when you call people. You know what you're saying. You don't stutter. You can say it with ease and confidence, like you are growing. So these things that are happening to you, they're not to punish you. I'm not being punished. I'm being built. And so are you. And so are you. So these journeys, I say it a lot, but these journeys are not going to be easy. They're not going to be easy all the time. You're going to have to go through some things, but you got to change your perspective, because those things that you encounter, those no's, those obstacles, maybe you want to do something, you need a bunch of money, and you have the money, and then something happens, an emergency happens, you have to use that money, and then you don't have it anymore, and you may think, you know what, this is just not for me. No, that doesn't mean that. You're being prepared. Maybe you apply to a job and you keep applying and they keep denying you, and you're like, you know what, I'm not good enough, I give up. No, you're being prepared. You're being prepared, you're being built, because where you want to go, what you want to do, requires a higher version of yourself. You cannot go to the place that you want to go being the person that you are now. You have to be elevated to a higher level to be where you want to be. That mindset that you have, that's not enough for where you want to be. You may not have gotten into any challenges or obstacles or anything in your life that was significant. You're gonna have to go through some things to build you up, to make you stronger, to make you tougher, because you're going to need that where you're going. You're going to need that where you're going. Don't you want to be prepared for where you want to go? Don't you want to be prepared now? Don't you want to learn now? Don't you want to grow now? So when you get to where you're going, you're not learning right there on the spot. You've already been through something like that. You know what you're doing. You know how to get over disappointment. You know how to take no's and not internalize them and equate them to your worth. You're being built, okay? You're being built. You're being prepared. This is a journey. This is a process. And this process, which I'm learning, this process is so much more important than the destination. Because if you think about it, the destination, once you get there, think about the things that you've wanted in your life. The destination, when you got there, you were happy for a little bit. And then it was like, okay, what else do I want? I want something else. The next best thing. The joy is in the journey. And when I say joy, I don't mean happy-go-lucky all the time, but the process. That's where the nuggets are. That's where the growth are. That's where the growth is. That's where the glow up is. That's where your strength is built. That's where your character is built. In the process, not at the end. In the process. So that's my spiel on that. And if you take away anything from this video, please take away, 1, faith without works is dead. You cannot have faith if you don't have the combination of belief and action. And the second thing I want you to remember and to take away is that preparation is not just external, it is also internal. Sometimes you are the thing that's being worked on and you don't have control over it. So if you found value in this video, make sure you like it. And if you want any additional practical tips on taking a leap of faith and just to come along with me on my journey to new entrepreneurship, then make sure you subscribe and I'll see you later.